Does it almost feel like crisis management for you at the moment? It seems as though either on or off the pitch there's always something coming at you, results, demonstrations, whatever it is. It feels as though it's like a crisis job at the moment.
I don't know, those are your words, but it's challenging, of course. Not all of those things fall under my responsibility, and I'm not taking my responsibility away. I'm manager and coach of the club, but there are things I have to prioritise and focus on, and the first one is always the football side of it, because that's the thing I can affect most closely with the players. So of course, if we're in a tough run like we are at the minute, it's how can I lift the players, how can I get into them, talk to them, give them the way, show them the way and the idea, and keep them together. So that's my first priority at the minute. But yeah, I understand it's a tough moment, and I'm also aware of the noise and what's happening around, so those things are there. I have to try and make them the least distraction possible from the football side. Not always easy, not always that simplistic, because we're living in a world of young players and social media and a lot going on.
It'd be easy, I'm not saying you because you don't strike me as that kind of person, but it'd be easy for younger players to use what's happening as an excuse to say, well, things are going wrong, but what do you expect, with all this chaos going around?
Yeah, I think the thing I learned, one of the earliest things I learned in professional football, and maybe my upbringing to be fair, was that the minute you make excuses or blame or trying to portion blame to anything else other than your own input on what you can do to something is the minute you foul, as far as I see it. So if the first thing I'd say to the players would be to not look anywhere else but themselves. And don't get me wrong, I'm very... I have to manage, when I say manage people, not just a player. I understand when certain things are difficult, a lack of confidence, something not going right in their game, something around them that is not helping. I have to mitigate that, try and do my best with that, and try and support and help the players as well as I can to get the best performance. So I always have to be aware of those things, and in these moments, if they're challenging, then so be it. You do the best you can.
And just in terms of, you won't tell us what conversations you have with the owners, but are they honest conversations? Because you're talking there about players coming in. You obviously know how good your squad is compared to everybody else who are going out and spending money. Are they honest conversations that you're having with the board and saying, look, if these things don't happen, this is what is likely to happen?
Well, that part it's not what the conversation was, but they are honest. Yeah, they are honest. I have to be honest because it's my job, and the job is in the now. And if I don't say my honest opinion now, then I wouldn't be doing my job right. I have to say it as I see it. And of course, the owners or the board have to work in the structure that they know what they can do. And we have to speak about budgets, what we can do, where the squad's at. So they have to be honest. The reason they stay private, I just think is pretty normal. I think when you're working, I think it's very normal that those conversations would remain private. But they are honest.